Hello and welcome. This is Blockchain Bloom, the blockchain educator. I'm Attila Pinke, and today I'm going to talk about the most anticipated event in cryptocurrency in this year, which is the halving, Bitcoin halving. And this channel is actually launched today on the day of Bitcoin halving. What a great day to launch on the 11th of May 2020. So if you're interested in crypto, blockchain, Bitcoin, you name it, any topic which is related to this, then join this channel, subscribe, because there will be a lot of interesting and great things in the future on this channel when it comes to blockchain and cryptocurrency. We have also our Facebook site, Twitter site, and Instagram site, so you can follow us also there. We will come up with a brand new course very soon about understanding blockchain and Bitcoin, because now is the best time to educate yourself. You know, now is the halving, and if you look at the two other halvings in 2012 and 16, you could see that after the halving, a bit later than a year, it was a massive bull run. It started not right after the halving, but soon after the halving, and in a year and a bit more, it reached new all-time highs. So there will be probably another bull run, and now you're on time. Now you can educate yourself about it and then be part of it. Now don't miss it. So I think it's a great time to educate yourself, and Blockchain Bloom is the place to be. So let's jump into the halving. Satoshi Nakamoto, who actually invented Bitcoin, he, she, it, they, we don't know who they are, is. So basically, he said in the protocol that there can be just 21 million Bitcoin, no more. And this will happen until the year 2140. So at the beginning, miners got 50 Bitcoin as a block reward when they mined the block. And it's also in the rules that Bitcoin is added to the system just gradually, and a bit more at the beginning, and then less and less and less. And the 50, at that time, when they got 50 Bitcoin per block, about 50 Bitcoin, the value was like, 50 cents or something like that. Now, if you're looking at 50 Bitcoin, we're talking about $450,000. So it was a huge increase. And but this 50 Bitcoin per block went just for the first 210,000 block, because it's also in the rules that there is a cut in half in the reward after every 210,000 block. And this is basically the halving. And it takes roughly about 4 years. And the first halving happened on the 28th of November, 2012. At that time, the Bitcoin price was around $12. And a bit more than a year after the halving, the price went up to $1,178. So it was about a 9,000% increase. It's a massive increase. And after that, 2016, on the 9th of July, was the second halving. And at that time, Bitcoin was around $658. And in about 520 some days after the halving, Bitcoin reached its new all-time high, which was around $20,000. At that time, it was a 3,000% increase. And it's very important to highlight that right after the halving, I mean, the next day and couple of days and weeks after the halving, it's usually nothing happening. There is no increase or bull run. Usually it's actually a dump, because there are miners who won't mine anymore. It just doesn't make sense for them financially, so they drop out from the system. And therefore the Bitcoin price also can decrease. Also, there is the readjustment period, which is after every 2016's block, which is roughly every 2 weeks. And this is when it comes to difficulty. So it's when it's too difficult to mine a block to reach the 10 minutes average, because that's what you need for a Bitcoin block to mine. Then it's too difficult, they will decrease the difficulty. When it's too easy, so they can mine it like in 6-7 minutes, then they will increase it. And it also takes a couple of days after this halving day that this readjustment period again fix the system. So I have here a chart for you guys, and you can see it here. I'm on CoinGecko looking at Bitcoin, and if you let's looking at this period. Look back here was look what I mentioned 2016 in July, the halving. And after that, it's, you can see pretty flat, not too much is happening. And then it goes up in about 520 something days. It has reached its new all-time high. And then it dropped again. And if we come here, today, on the 11th of May, here we are. Right now, it's about $8,700 per Bitcoin. And the question is always, what they think, what will happen with the Bitcoin. Obviously, everybody thinks that there will be an increase. I also believe. Please remember, this is not a financial advice. You always do your own homework, do your research. On this channel, I just sharing my personal opinion, but before you take action, you have to do your own homework. So some people saying actually that after this halving, in the next 2 years, Bitcoin can go up to $50,000, between $100,000. Some people say it's more, but it's very hard to predict, because if you just think back the last 2 halvings, now we have this virus situation. Now we have this financial crisis. We didn't have that in the last 2 halvings. So this is a totally new situation. Therefore, we don't know. There was first time a 9,000% increase. Then it was a 3,000% increase. Back then Bitcoin wasn't that well known. So those numbers are highly unlikely. It will be nothing like this, I think. But how much it will be, that's a good question, but the future will show. Anyway, if you subscribe to this channel, we will keep you up to date. Tomorrow I'm coming with a new video. Let's see what happened right after the halving, and we're gonna to discuss it. And as I said, you should just follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and also on our Twitter site for the freshest news. See you in the tomorrow video. Take care.